Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so in the last video we were working on the garbage truck side loader. We built our arm, and we added the constraints that we wanted to use for the arm. So in this video we're going to code the arm. So what I'll do is I'll take these. I'm going to group them as a folder. It's going to be called Actions. So now what I didn't do was delete the interface that was in here. So I don't know, like, dump. This was the only one that mattered, I think. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Alright, so we could take these actions and put them in there, and that way when we look at the code that we have, it's all still there. I just have to remember the buttons that we bound to it. Yeah, up, down. Left and right. Okay, so we can start with that. Well, we're going to need that. Okay, we can start with that. So, we could take this one. Is it the first? Yes. And then we're going to set this angular speed to 0. Then we're going to, in the code. Alright, so in the first video, if you're wondering where the code comes from, if you watch the video where we made this truck, this is where I built the interface that we're now modifying to work for this truck. So there's all these buttons that are in here, and we'll have pretty much be the same functions, just different truck. See if I can remember how all that works. So the first one is up and up stop, and then down and down stop. So what we want to do is we want to take our main arm and we want to weld it. Where are we? Weld. And we'll put that in actions. Oh, in the seat. So the first thing that happens is we say script parent dot drive seat dot actions. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a local for this folder in here. There we go, and then I'll just do this, operations, operations dot lock a dot enabled equals false. And then what we want to do is we want to change the lower, this first one here. So we want to say operations dot first. Now we can say we can give it a target angle. And then we can give it the speed. turn that to 0. We'll just clear it. See if that works. So then when we do up stop, and it's going to be 0. And this is going to be true. Alright, so we disable the weld, we move, we stop moving, we enable the weld. Easy peasy. So now this really won't be up and down, this should be left and, yeah, up and down, that's right. And down. Alright, let's try that. Now it might give me an error if I press any of the other buttons. So if I press up, there we go. Oh, that's cool. Now this one here is this one here. So if we go left and right now, which is up, lower, yeah, left and right. Oh, we also need this. The hydraulic sound. Alright, so now this, instead of, let's see, so now we need to weld this to there. Block B. Alright, so we say block B, and this becomes second, secod, alright, secod, now this is probably going to be minus, because everything seems to be reversed with how I do everything. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can test our model. Oh, you know why? I didn't set up this. Let's try 20, and then I'll adjust it here in the code. Actually, no, 45 is good. We don't have to go all the way to 45, but may as well leave it at that. Oh, that's so cool. So it comes down like that. As far down as the main arm goes. So the main arm is going to have to go a little bit more than that. Maybe 60. Let's try that. Oh yeah. We can get right down. Now that other arm has to come out a little bit. So we could say 60 on it as well. So we calibrate that, then we calibrate it in the actual, there we go. So now what we need to do is we need to lock this one here to this arm here, and we need to call it lock C. And now when we press, let's see, M and N. So when we press M, oh, is that the dump? Yeah, okay. So, up, down, left, right. We need two more. We need this to go out and in. So, I don't know, let's bind that to O. Let's just bind that to O. So we'll copy this. Right, these are the individual buttons. In case you're looking at this and you're wondering what is going on, these are the individual buttons. Alright, so this is going to be O. And O, and then that's going to fire, and no, it's going to be O and maybe P. right, and then we need out, stop, in, stop. So we actually need 4 functions bound to that one button. So if we take this and copy it, and then we do that and that. So similarly, these are individual functions, but they operate with a single button. So we have 2 functions on a single button. In case you're wondering how this works. Right, dump down, stop. So every time we stop pressing the button, we have a function for that. So there's a function when you press the button, and there's a function when you stop pressing the button. So in this case, what we want it to do is we'll say operations.lockC.enabled equals false. Then what we'll do is we'll reset the speed to 0. And all we need to do is say operations prismatic constraint dot speed equals 0.5. That's it. Now, when we press oh yeah, this will be out stop. So when we do this, this is when we press the button, and this is when we stop pressing the button. Like that. There we go. Oh no, that's part of that function. So now we need to repeat that one more time. And we're going to call this in. And then here we'll take this and do that. And we'll change this. Now, I don't know if you can change the speed here. So what we to a negative number. So what we need to do is we also need to say operations dot prismatic constraint dot target position equals 4. And we can just clear that there. And then here it turns it on, and it should be equal to 0. Alright, we'll save that. Blah. Try. Alright, so we press, let's see, up. Oh, O also happens to be the camera. Okay, so, and P is the parking brake. So let's change those keys. Maybe, maybe that button. Can we do that? No. Enum.key code. Let's see. We could make it a number. We could make it number 4. But do we need to say? I guess it needs to be one of these. Yeah. I'll have to figure out what what it is so I can bind it to something else. Okay, so let's bind it to 0. Oh yeah, we can't do that. It has to be and now we're using M and N. So let's go B and V. Let's try that. Oh no, B is to remove the bin. So V and C maybe? There we go. Oh, C also happens to be the turn signal, right? Maybe G. It's kind of an odd set. So I'll have to just go with it. And then what we want to do in here is we want to change this target position because it stops the what's going on here. N. Yeah, so why does that constraint still move? This here, oh, because it's not that's welded. Yeah, what's going on here? It keeps moving even after I've finished pressing the button. What did I do here? Oh, ended. Whoops. No wonder. So that mistake must be in the other truck too. There, now it fires properly. That explains a lot. Alright, it needs to go further than that. Yeah, there you go. Now you gotta hold it down to get the bin to come in. Now we need this to go up and dump. And then we also need to figure out the pivot. But maybe it doesn't need to pivot. Maybe it just, you know? Yeah, we can just try and create maybe a cradle for it. That might work, and then I'll just weld that to there. And then what we'll do is we'll scale this like this. Yeah, that could work. You know, just something all right. There, now it's kind of tucked in there. Yeah, cool. So that lower arm needs to come out more. Where are we here? Parts. That's the second one here. Maybe that's stopping it. No, it still won't go beyond. Oh, maybe because when it goes out and in, okay, I have the angles wrong, so when it goes out, no, I guess it doesn't really matter. the right down lower. Oh, so it's the wrong angle I was changing. Let's see. I wonder if that's the same for this one then. Alright. Should be plenty of range on there now. Oh yeah. There we go. So we then pick up the bin. And then we move it this way. And the arm comes back up, and then so in order for that to work, we need this guy here. And let's get a prismatic constraint between here and which one do we want to? That's going to be this one here. We can't because it's welded. It's funny. Oh, we can't because it's welded. There we go. If ever you're wondering why you can't create a constraint, that is why. It won't let you do it while the parts are welded together. For whatever reason. Alright, so now this prismatic we'll call it bin, and then what we want to do is we want to set this one to servo, and we want to make sure this is infinite, and we want to say limits enabled. If we set the upper limit to 0 and we set the lower limit to -4, see how that goes. So then what I want to do is this one here, we'll disable that. Alright, target position -4. Alright. So the other thing that has to happen here is this weld There we go. So probably double that. For travel. Okay, so now that we know that, and then we need lock C and lock D to be disabled while it's moving. Okay, so let's bind two keys to it. So let's bind H and J. Let's see if that works. So this will be H. And this will be J. Alright, and then this will be bin up. Bin up stop. Bin down. Bin down stop. Okay, and then here Alright, so now instead of this prismatic constraint, this is going to be bin, and this is going to be bin, and then what we need is lock D. Alright, so now that we have that, we need the target position to be -4. Let's go -6. And then the speed can be, oh, I see. Yeah. Like that. Okay, so now that we have that coded, that is H and J. Let's test this out. H and J. Alright, so I'm going to change J to K because H is the horn. There we go. Alright, so we pretty well coded the arm. Now once we have the bin, we can move the bin back. then if we press, is it K? Yeah, the bin can come up and dump. Cool. And then once it gets to there, you can do that. And then the trash comes out. And it spawns. Cool. Well, where are we at in this one here? We are at 45 minutes. Okay, that is going to do it for today's video. We coded the arm and we got the functions that we wanted to work. I know it still doesn't look like much, but we'll go over that in the end. For now, this is what it is. So once again, thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. You guys are awesome. I did post a couple of shorts there just to kind of see if I can get some more viewers into the channel. So thank you so much for checking those out. And leaving likes or dislikes, whatever you think. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so in the next video, we will pick up the bin and handle that part of it, dumping the trash. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you then.